Okay, here we go again. This building, to me, has a little more interesting uh, form, fitted kind of shape. It almost looks like a helmet, or almost feels like a character to me. Um, here, what I did right now is actual sketch. Even though it's got cool, sort of cool things going on, I didn't like that front top section. Uh, so I took sections from my other sketch and lasso it out and then move it in and then sort of paste onto this sketch. This one has a sort of major problem with the perspective because I intentionally drew that sort of a middle belt thing, but it's not like straight. It's kind of like going across from the wheel shape to the right side. That one is really confusing in terms of doesn't make sense, I guess. Even though this is like kind of put together with using junk materials. So, I mean, as long as I know that, I mean, it'll stay back in my head right now. Okay, I gotta get to that part. I gotta come up with a better solution for that. So right now, making that little more like a bird kind of beak kind of shape in the front to so give it, it's not just a round kind of building. It also got a little bit of characteristic. So here are actually detailing out some of the underneath portion of this front profile shape. So still drawing, still designing. This building could be not like the first one. This could be more like a military compound. Maybe this has a potential of transforming to moving vehicle, things like that. A little more unfinished surface. You can see I try to draw like a patchwork of different metal plating. However, how this building is sitting on the ground, on the shape is more like it's sitting on the hill. That alone is already give it. This could be more like a guarding post kind of building. Eventually, it'll split open and some kind of moving vehicle can drive out from the center or flying plane. So continuing with the bottom section. And working with the highlights, however, it has pretty simple flat drop down surface. Because right now it's just what I'm trying to sell is the design of the building to the client. And probably when I come back to finish it polishing stage, probably use some photo textures or some custom brush to define more like a rock surface at the bottom. Maybe it's not a rock, maybe it's just a stone kind of like, surface is treated more like a solid smooth drop surface instead of rough rock shapes. So as you can see, just being pretty busy, sampling the values and work on a few details. What has to come out, I probably bring it out a little further out. Just a fun little building. It'll be interesting to figure out the entrance and how the interior is going to look in this one. Kind of post nuclear sort of apocalyptic environment. Survivors, they grab all these scrap metals to build this. However, the main inside machinery is not a house. It's actually moving war machine kind of deal. So not knowing that, and once this building is done, people come in and start using it as a guarding post. But eventually, by going through correct procedure inside, the military machine is actually start functioning, and this turns into moving vehicle. That's kind of like thing that I have in my head right now. So this is sort of my favorite thing to work on. It's just a cool shape and not too far in the future. However, something we can relate to by looking at the signs and actual details on the surface. So definitely working on the highlights on the cracks. That's very important. And putting some shadows under flat signs and things that put on the surface. So keep drawing. Yeah, this part that have had some issues when I saw it after I scanned it. Right now I'm trying to make it work, make it a little thinner, and probably the ending part, you know how I add more cracks and lines in the bottom left side of the belt in the center, and then top section has a flat surface, and that could be, and also by going through this painting stage. Yeah, here I'm trying to make it instead of belt and it's straight out, so it's actually fitted more with the horizontal line structure of the building. So I think that was pretty good treatment, how it doesn't feel like it's slapped on and doesn't feel secure. By seeing some of the white highlights I'm putting in, maybe this could be actually snow or frozen ice. That'll be kind of cool too, kind of expedition post for some of a higher gun military kind of guys looking for a hidden treasure or save the human race. Okay, so cleaning up the edges right now, pretty quick. Spent about 30 minutes to painting this guy. So right now haven't decided. The bottom part could be either rock or ice, but the way I'm detailing the surface, I think it'll be more appropriate to have a ice surface mixed with some of the rocks sitting underneath inside the rock, so there will be cool lighting bouncing from the surface. That's sort of how I explain why there is an open gap in the front right section. Maybe that's how like supposed to pour out the hot steam, the water, or something like that. Okay, so as an artist, I well, often I hear you only show your best work, but I wasn't like that from the very beginning. I didn't try to have any secret. I mean, what I can do is what I can do, and some of the work I'm not even proud of. But however, it's better to show and get feedback, or listen to what other people has to say. And also because it's being worked on some of the projects that are taking years to complete, so I kind of gave up to start choosing what I need to show and what I don't want to show, because every day production days, you do. Sometimes you work on a painting for hours, and sometimes you work on a painting for a couple of weeks. But over a couple of years of a production cycle, you end up with so many different things you created, and I can't really say what's more important than the others. So here, I try to share what I think I'm fast with, and something works out for me in terms of the process. And this is one of the things I wanted to show you. So let's move on to the third one.